Good morning, guys. This is Kel from Kel Talks Chelsea. It's a day of mourning, isn't it, for us Chelsea supporters? Probably a day of absolute joy for everybody else in the football world. But for us True Blues, it's another punch to the abdomen, isn't it? Before I get started on today's video, please like. If you want to subscribe, that would be fantastic. Jump on board and have a waffle. Make a comment, have a chat. Feel free. This right now, it's an emergency, really, isn't it? It's the end of the road. It can't go on. Last night, Brighton 3, Chelsea 0. Even though it was kind of expected, it's still a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? Nothing's getting better. There is no time for anything to get better. Yeah, we're in a whole heap of trouble. Now I'm going to try and stay calm. I'm a very emotional supporter. I'm a very passionate fan of Chelsea Football Club, so I'm going to try and keep a lid on it as much as I can. I'm going to try not to swear too many times. It's natural for me. I'm a South London boy by rights. I'm an old Peckham boy. Sometimes you can take the boy out of Peckham, but you can't always take the Peckham out of the boy. That's a lifetime ago now, though. You would have thought living in Surrey, I might have been able to, or I might have learnt to curb my tongue a little bit. But like I say, you can't take the Peckham out the boy. Where do we go? What's happening? What do we do? The poo has really hit the fan, hasn't it? It's relentless. It's absolutely relentless. BLUECO, Clear Lake, all the owners, the directors, the medical team, the coaching staff, Liam Rosenior, and the players to a certain degree. But as this video goes on, I will explain. I've actually got a little bit of sympathy for the players because they're in the firing line. They're right in the brunt of it, aren't they? They're the last stop cafe. They're also having to put up with what we're putting up with. Whatever we feel as supporters in regards to the state of our club right now, those players they're going through it as well. You could see it last night after the final whistle when they come over to the fans. They were just stuck there, stationary, motionless, lost, staring at the crowd, remonstrating at them, rightly so, to a certain degree. But hopefully most of that was towards Rosenior and Egg Barley and all his cronies sitting in the stands. But, yeah, the players are going through it. What we're feeling, they're going to be feeling to a certain degree. And as I say, they're getting a lot of blame. Some, yes, they deserve. All of it, probably not, because they've got to contend with a lot of crap themselves from within the club. And it's kind of understandable to a certain degree why they're lost, why they've lost their mojos, why they've lost their energy, why they've lost their faith and trust. I'm going to go through a few stats to start with. I hope you don't mind, but this is the records of Chelsea Football Club in regards to games and results since Liam Matitz Rosenior walked through the door, the Messiah, the toxic positives and the plastic fans' favourite. In all competitions, under Rosenior, we have played 23 matches, okay? 23 games. This is all competitions. So this is FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League and Premier League, all right? 23 games. We've won 11. Okay, so that's already under 50%. Drawn 2 and now lost 10. Now overall, well, we scored 47 and against 38. But don't get too excited about that 47 goals scored. Oh yeah, well that's over 2 goals per game, just about. Listen, we've had 4 games in the FA Cup. We scored 5 against the high and mighty Charlton. We scored 4 against the high and mighty Hull City. We scored 4 against the high and mighty Wrexham. And we scored 7 against the supersonic, amazing Port Vale. Now these 4 results, getting all the toxic positives and all the plastics jacking off, rubbing themselves silly, in a frenzy, foaming up, lubing themselves, getting ready for a naughty fest for the evening. Behave, right? So that's 20 goals in 4 games in the FA Cup. Looks great, but look at the opposition. So you take that 20 goals off all the goals that we've scored, that leaves 27. Doesn't look and sound so great in the end, does it? So let's look at the Premier League last 9 results. Just go for the last 9 results, because the latest results are the most important, aren't they? Because that's the sort of current form we're in, the disaster form we're in. The last 9 Premier League games: Leeds at home, drew 2-2. Burnley, high and mighty Burnley, going to be relegated, Burnley, very soon. At home, drew 1-1. Arsenal away, lost 2-1. Now this is the big exciting one for all the toxics, right? Keep your hands to yourselves, leave your genitalia alone, all right? Away to Aston Villa, we won 4-1. And that was only due to a good second half performance. Then at home to Newcastle, we lost 1-0. Then away to Everton, we lost 3-0. Then at home to Manchester City, we lost 3-0. Then at home to Manchester United, we lost 1-0. And then the last but not least, away to Brighton last night, we lost 3-0. Now, that's a record in the last 9. This is our current run in the last 9 Premier League games. 1-1, drawn 2, lost 6. Goals for, 8. Goals against, 17. Not very good, is it? That is sackable form for whatever manager at any club. That is sackable form. You put that with his record overall, it is sackable. It is a sackable offence. We go to Rosenior. People saying, "I'll give him time." He's going, "Give me time." I've said this before. You need to show you're worthy of time. You need to show you're experienced enough, you're quality enough, you're a winner as a player and a gaffer, etc. You need all these qualities in you to warrant being given time too. He doesn't deserve any time. He was never qualified. Okay? He was never experienced enough. Oh, but he done a great job at Strasbourg. Wow, the French League. The French League. What's that? The equivalent to the bottom half of our Championship or our League One? I mean, you take a couple of teams out of that. PSG, Lyon, and at the moment, Lens doing a 2016 Leicester at the moment, possibly Marseille. After that, it's Championship quality, it's League One quality. Oh, but he took them from 13th to 7th. Wow. Well done. That gives you the right and the qualities and the experience to come and manage Chelsea. I don't think so. You should never have ever have been here. Okay, so you deserve no time. Okay? So let's go on to some more stats. So, in the last 9, that's 1 Premier League win. In 9, 1 win in the last 8. 5 defeats in a row. That's just 5 defeats in a row. First time since 1993. So that's a record equalled, okay, from 33 years ago. But the big bomber, the big one, the big kick in the goalies, and we all know this now, we have now become 1912 FC. We have become TITANIC FC. 5 defeats in a row without scoring. The first time since 1912. 114-year-old record equalled. Well done. Since BLUECO and Clear Lake and all the cronies have come in, especially since Rosenior has come in, we keep breaking records or equaling records, don't we? But all bad, negative, rotten, pretty stinky records. Nothing positive, no positive records, all bad ones. When you thought it was just bad enough with BLUECO and Clear Lake, along comes Rosenior, just to add that extra bit of spice to the crap already at the club. Spice that's ground down turds. That's all it is. So there's just some stats for you. It's not very good. It's not looking good, is it, for Chelsea Football Club? The club's bad enough run behind the scenes. We all know the finances are in the bin. We all know we're in the gutter financially. We're in the sewer. We all know we have been rinsed. The club is in trouble. And now we've got Rosenior, the philosophizer, the guy that can't stop talking utter scripted nonsense. I mean, even last night he's trying to throw the players under the bus after the game. You know, well, I tried to take as much sort of blame myself, but last night it was the players this and the players that. Mate, they don't want to play for you. They've seen through you since day one. All you've done is dig yourself a deeper and wider, darker hole for yourself. God knows what you do in training every day. They've lost hope and faith in you. They've lost hope and faith in the process. It's evident. Last night, again, when they were facing the crowd after the game, they looked lost. They didn't know what to say. They looked embarrassed. They looked sick. They looked sad. They looked just demoralised. They just... We can have a go at them to a certain degree. But again, they're right in the firing line. They're the ones facing the brunt of everything bad at this club. And then comes us taking it on board as well, and it's not good. I have a level of sympathy for the players, even the ones that aren't good enough, which is most of them. But it's heartbreaking, isn't it? This is not Chelsea. Johnny Minerals quote, that is. This is not Chelsea, and it's not. These owners have come in, taken over a Champions of Europe, Champions League winning side, stripped it, destroyed it, emptied it, stripped the whole club, the medical team, the coaching staffs galore, even like your cleaning staff and canteen staff, everything. They gutted the club to produce this, a club that had no debts, because Roman Abramovich, when he went, he cleared off all the debts of the club. We were debt-free. We were champions of Europe. We had Champions League winners in our team. We had an elite gaffer, and he is an elite gaffer. Thomas Tuchel was an elite gaffer. Some people say, oh no, he wasn't. What he went through as a head coach, right? What he went through as our gaffer when Roman had his club stolen from him. All the sanctions, the bans and this, no finances, nothing. Couldn't buy players, couldn't do anything. He put up with a lot of crap and we still won the Champions League. Well, sorry, no, that was after. We were Champions League winners, sorry. But his hands were tied no matter what, Thomas Tuchel. And then he had these guys coming in. Well, coming in, disturbing him in the dressing room, disturbing him at training, this, that, and the other, poking their nose into tactics, basically trying to tell him what to do, how to run a team, how to organise a team, who to pick, where to play them, blah, 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 blah. Didn't want it. He's a proper football gaffer. No proper elite football gaffer wants this sort of nonsense. He wanted certain players, experienced, proven, quality players. He wanted the club to go out and buy these guys. He got a couple through Bowley, but look what we got. A rotten, rat, turncoat, cement-booted scumbag, Lukaku, and Sterling, whose best days were obviously past him. But he wanted other certain players. And his new owners were like, no, we're just going to keep plying you with kids. Kids, 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 kids. Kids for future profit. Not for an elite team, just for profit down the line. And we lost an elite gaffer. Yeah, and they've constantly, every season, we're making hundreds of millions of debt in financial years. We're hemorrhaging money every week, millions every week. We've got loans galore. We've got new financial problems that have just come out as well. It has been proved that we are severely in debt. Okay. It has been proved that they've been lying about selling the club. Okay. Everybody knows that now. Yeah. So we're in the mire. We're sell to buy. The club's ruined. We keep getting crap gaffer after crap gaffer after crap gaffer. If you all thought that Graham Potter was bad, this guy is the worst of the lot. They brought in 4 full-time gaffers. They've all been puppets. A couple of them have gone, see you, I've had enough of this. Like Maresca and Pochettino. Pochettino started doing things his own way towards the end of his last season. And he won, what, 5-6 games on the trot? Well, they didn't like it. Even though we were winning and getting points, they didn't like the fact that he was doing it his way. So he went. Maresca had enough. He only took so much. He went. Then you got Graham Potter and then you got Rosenior. So we started off absolutely terrible. Got slightly better. And then some people might say slightly better again. And then we've gone right down into the bargain basement, right down into the sewer for the worst of the lot. Rosenior, out of your depth, you're useless. You don't get any respect. You've got to earn respect. You've earned nothing. You don't deserve time because you're the wrong man for the job from the start. Yeah, the club's gone. It's got to be BLUECO out. We're financially crippled now. We're proper in the mud. And the team, was it 1.5 to 2 billion spent over 4 years, 8 transfer windows, and we've got this. And last night, yeah, we had Cole Palmer. Not elite. He's an extremely good player and a good prospect, but he's not elite. Caicedo is not elite, although on his day is a very good player. Enzo is not elite. Cucurella is not elite. Reece James is not elite. Not elite. They're all excellent or very good. They've got the possibilities of being elite. But we don't have one elite player. After all that money spent. Finkelstein, oh yeah, we're building a world-class team squad. Where, mate? Where? Stick to sitting in the House of Lords, mate. Waffling toffee nose crap. We're not interested in you. You're bought. You're getting your brown envelopes. Another one that's talking waffle on behalf of BLUECO. Yeah, where's our world-class backup last night? All that money. You would have thought losing Cole Palmer, not having João Pedro on the pitch, not having Esteval. No, we're trying to class Esteval as elite. What is he, 18, 19 years of age, for Christ's sakes? He's not elite yet, but we're relying on this 18, 19-year-old as one of our elite players. For goodness sakes, give it a rest. He's a kid. He's only just stopped sucking his thumb, for goodness sakes. Let's be real. So we're missing these guys. Yeah, it does hamper us slightly. But these guys had been playing previously. Had we been winning? No, we hadn't been winning. We hadn't been successful. March the 4th is the last time we won in the Premier League at Villa. I think it was March the 4th. Yeah. So even with them in the team, we're not doing it. So, but let's get back to business. Even if we haven't got these players on the pitch, right? Even if they're not there, you would have thought with all that money spent within our world-class team, our world-class squad, you'd think there would be adequate backup to cover these players. But have you seen our subs bench constantly this season? It is dreadful. Where's the eliteness? There's not even excellent, great players or extremely good players or just good players on the bench. They're just mid or crap or kids. Just put that into perspective. £1.5 to £2 billion spent, and we can't even put out a decent subs bench. We haven't even got quality replacements for when players are injured. That just proves the transfer policy has been an absolute joke. Like everything else at the club, it's an absolute joke. We're run by clowns. They are clowns. This is Clown Lake. Getting all the records, all the bad records, like you turn on a tap and all these records, all these crap records are just pouring out. I've been a Chelsea fan since the 70s. I'm in my mid-50s now. And I've been through it. I've been through the mire. I've had good times, bad times, terrible times, amazing times. But let's just look at the bad sides. I've seen relegations and stuff. I've seen us in financial crisis before. I have. I've been there, done it, worn the t-shirt. Home and away, hundreds of games. I've seen many things, many faces. I've seen many smiles and laughters. I've seen many tears of sadness. I've seen all sorts. All right. I've seen punch-ups on the terraces, out in the streets. Everything. Everything. But I've never seen this. I've never seen this. I've seen things similar in football as a whole, but not to this level and not on our doorstep. This, for me, whatever Chelsea's gone through in the past, is the darkest time in the club's history. And the club has seen some shit. Almost being relegated at times to the third tier. In the old days when it was League 1, 2, 3 and 4. We've been close to relegate. I've seen us relegated out the old first division into what is now the Championship. And I've seen us struggling at the bottom of the old second division, almost dropping into the third division, which is now League 1. Again, financial problems in the past. Ken Bates buying a club for £1 and this, that and the other. I've seen it all. But this is the darkest moment under these vultures, under these vampires, under these arrogant, egotistical, oh, look at me and my wad. Look at me and all my money attitudes. These power freaks. These degenerate, cancerous, see you next Tuesdays. Yeah, they've sucked the life out of us. The club is dead now. They know they're in a predicament now as well. They know where their process and their ideas have got them now. The old puppers, they are starting to go. They know the heat's on them. They know the weight's on them now. They know I'd say 95% of the fan base is on them now. More and more each day are coming round against these vile scumbags. And you've got Egg Barley. I wish I knew what he was thinking last night. I mean, he's been to several games recently where we've not just lost, but we've been absolute dross with the loss. All these games. 5 league games on the trot now without scoring. Let that sink in. 114-year-old record. Terrible record that's been equalled. What was he sitting thinking last night? Now, was he thinking about more PR lies, or was he thinking, well, actually, shit, we've got to do something about this? I don't think he will do anything positive for the club and for the football. I think he would try and do something positive for himself and his fellow cronies and all his investors, to try and save face, to try and keep their reputation intact, to keep their egos going. And some people might say, oh, if you sack Rosenior, you'll only get another bum in. Yes, we will. I can't see them changing their philosophy. I can't see them changing their ideas and going out and getting an elite gaffer, because that will cost them more money. But no elite gaffer is going to want to come here anyway under this slot and the shit show they've produced. But I'm sick and tired of Rosenior. Forget about the fact he shouldn't be here in the first place, right? Put that aside. Just listening to the scripted, programmed rubbish come out of his mouth. Surely he's sitting there thinking, why am I saying this rubbish? This isn't me. Surely you're saying this. Surely you're not even believing this crap that's coming out of your mouth. I thought you was an intelligent man. I'm not talking about intelligent in football, because we've seen how thick you are when it comes to setting up a team, mate. Okay? And I know most of that's down to AI and data and all that. Of course it is. Most of it comes out of the system, the planning, everything, the tactics, the whole shebang is AI and data. But you are going along with it. You are agreeing with it. You're tagging along with these guys and their whole process, the whole product. It makes you as bad as them at the end of the day. Even if you're just a puppet and you're on the strings, you are allowing them to do this and you are going along with it. So in my books, makes you just as bad. Especially when you're sitting there behind your desk in your press conferences, or you're in front of the microphone on Match of the Day or on Sky Sports TV after a game or something, just going waffle, 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 philosophise this, philosophise that. I'm going to choose lots of flash, long, silly words to try and confuse the audience out there, to confuse the fans. Well, you're not confusing us, mate. You're just pissing us off. Really are pissing us off. Just be honest with yourself. Can you please be honest with yourself, Rosenior? Stop thinking you've got what it takes to run this football club, this football team, our team, our squad. Stop thinking you're good enough in the first place to run this squad and to get them into success. You are not good enough. Stop fooling yourself. You are not good enough. Doesn't matter how much time you get, you will not improve, mate, because you don't have what it takes. Not yet. Way off it. Completely out of your depth. You're in the middle of the Atlantic, mate, with no water wings. Just you and a pair of Speedos. You're going to drown, son. You are simply not good enough. Stop believing you are. Who's telling you you're good enough? I know there's confidence, but you've just got delusional arrogance, mate. It's quite plain and simple. Just the way you've performed as a gaffer since you've been here. But anyone that knows football knows you didn't have the quality and the qualifications to begin with. Interim at Derby. Short spell that ended terribly at Hull. Mid-performance at Strasbourg in a average league. Do me a favour. Is that the qualities? Is that the qualifications, the experience, the know-how to warrant getting the job at Chelsea Football Club? No. And look what you've done since. And people say, oh, he got off to a great start. got off to a great start. Well, games against like Hull and Charlton and Paphos. In your first lot of games, your real big test was a game against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, and you lost. And that was like a honeymoon period. That happens a lot when a new gaffer comes in. You could have the Chuckle brothers come in and they might get the team running because it's a breath of fresh air for the side under someone new. But once you started settling in, the players saw through you, and it's dropped ever since, and it's going to keep dropping. It's going to keep dropping because now they've seen the real you. The honeymoon period went pop like a pin in a balloon a long time ago. Now they're seeing you for who you really are, an unqualified, inexperienced guy who is a yes man puppet and is going along with this process, this BLUECO process, and the players don't believe in it. So that makes it even worse for you. So they're seeing through the process and they're seeing through you going along with this process, mate. You've got to go. And yes, Gary O'Neill will probably be brought in because they want to do a like for like. Of course, if they get rid of you, Rosenior, they're going to want to bring in another yes man puppet. They're going to want to bring in another good boy. And Gary O'Neill will be probably the first name on their minds in replacing you, Liam Rosenior. Does it make it right? No. But I'm just sick of you, mate. I want you at the club. I want the directors at the club. I want the owners at the club. But let's start with you and then move on to them straight after. The players do not trust you. They have no faith in you. They have no confidence in you. You have completely killed this team in the 3-4 months or whatever it is you've been here. You're a mug, Liam Rosenior. I just want you out. I want BLUECO out. I want the directors out. I mean, anyone that pays themselves 80% pay rise for killing an elite football club and an elite institution just shows you the calibre of people we got running this club. Anyone that pays directors that have produced next to nothing positive 60% pay rise just shows you the calibre of the people running our club. Anyone that keeps employing people like you, Liam Rosenior, shows the calibre of the people running our club. Liars, thieves, schemers, scammers, criminals. But last night, enough is enough. I can't say it enough. Enough is enough. You've got to go. And eventually, we're going to keep on at you, BLUECO, to make sure your directors go and you. Okay? You all need to go. I've been saying for years, any real Chelsea fan who lives in the real world knows these guys have been wrong uns from the beginning. And last night, give me one player that played well. No one. Probably, funny enough, the most passionate, better player on the pitch was probably Enzo, weirdly enough. And he was the last man standing in front of our supporters after the game. And then you've got, I saw it, Rosenior walking over a little bit further back, putting his hand on his heart, like, what are you trying to say, mate? Don't put your hand on your heart in regards to Chelsea. You don't care about Chelsea. You're just here coining a good wage, doing as you're told. All right? Don't give it all that to the fans. The fans can't stand you, mate. Right? You doing that, what are you doing? You're taking the biscuit out of us, aren't you? I saw that and it made me feel sick. Who are you, after what you've been producing since you've been here, to come over to our loyal away support, giving it that? Get out, mate. That's as bad as all the waffle that comes out of your mouth. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of having to listen to you. Your voice, in its own right, is grating. And the crap, it's too much. It's just too much. Get out. Stop fooling yourself. Stop trying to fool us. Go. Right? Leave. Egg Barley, last night, I wish I was at that ground, mate, because Oh, knock your teeth into next week, mate. I'm sick and tired of you smug, dirty, cancerous scumbag. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired of Feliciano, Walters, Wiss, and Bowley. You're the LA Dodgers. Get out. And you can take your AI data, which is rancid, which runs through the whole of the MLS. I mean, for fuck's sake, what sort of quality of football is that? It's drab. It's the equivalent of our Conference League. Oh. Burnley. That's another team that use AI and data. Look at them. And funnily enough, I've learned Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga could be relegated for the first time in their history or something. What do they use? AI and data. It's got no place in football. It's got no place, especially in European football. You want it in your stinky, crappy, mid-average, useless MLS, that's fine. You keep it over there in America. We don't want it over here, all right? It doesn't work, okay? It's proven. Just get out. All of you. BLUECO, Clear Lake, the whole shebang. Get out. Rosenior, go. Sack him and then sack yourselves. All right? You can sell. You can sell. Right? I'm sure there's buyers out there that would like to buy the institution of Chelsea Football Club. Not CFC London. Chelsea Football Club. Just get out. Oh. 1912 FC, Titanic FC. There's going to be no Carpathia coming to rescue us, is it? We'll drown in with that ship that you've created. How much more? How much more? There needs to be more protests. I say get one organised before the Tottenham game. Get one at least organised before the Tottenham game. A perfect game against their rivals. Everyone's going to be up against the Spuds. They're all ready for it already. What a great time to get another protest going. We need to. We need them out. We need them out. Rosenior, mate. Go. Right, just go. Stewart. Go. Winstanley. Go. Shields. All the others, right? Got so many directors, I can't remember their freaking names. And all the owners. Go. Enough is enough. We are gone. The players are gone. I don't think we're going to win another game this season. And I'm dreading Leeds on Sunday in the FA Cup semi-final. And anyone go into that, get those banners there. They can't stop you. Egg Barley, can't ban you from taking your banners in. All right. He can't force you to do something that you shouldn't be doing just to save his own face. Take your banners to Wembley. Okay. And our last two home games, Forest and Tottenham. I'm not saying completely boycott the game because you know, a lot of you work hard for your money and you bought your tickets and stuff. I understand that. But how about not go in for the first 15 minutes? So big parts of the ground, big parts of Stamford Bridge are empty for 15 minutes. That's something, isn't it? 15 minutes of your time. That's all it takes against Forest and Tottenham. Don't go in for 15 minutes. Then go in and then start singing anti-BLUECO songs. BLUECO out. We don't care about Clear Lake. And not only singing we don't care about Clear Lake. How about changing that up to we don't care about BLUECO as well? Mix it up. Sing Roman Abramovich plenty of times. So stay out the ground for 15 minutes. Then go in and give them some abuse verbally with the songs. That's what we need. Another terrible result last night. It's shocking. What do we expect? Nothing positive. Yeah, it's just, you know, you either feel sad, angry, or numb. And this is what BLUECO and their mob have done to us Chelsea fans. It's all negative feelings. There's nothing positive. Not one positive thing in our club. And they've done this in 4 years. Completely destroyed the heart and soul of the club itself and its supporters. They don't care. Told you this enough times. They don't care. But I'll come back later. I'm sure there'll be a plethora of PR, brown envelope nonsense coming out of the media and the club. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's see what the day brings, eh? It'll be interesting. There will be some at some stage. You just know there will. Hopefully the first thing I hear, though, is a truth one and Rosenior is on his bike. Your time's done, mate. Your time's done. You've made a fool of yourself. You made a quick buck, but you've made a fool of yourself. All for a bit of money. Is your reputation not worth anything then, Liam Rosenior? Or is it still delusional arrogance and you actually think you are good enough when it's quite obvious you're not, mate? You're not good enough. You never were. 20 years' time, you might be. But I won't want you back at Chelsea. Not being funny. This is how crap I think you are. I would like you to go, and I know it won't happen, but just bring JT into the dressing room to get these players going. Get him as interim. Because at least he's proper Chelsea. At least when he does that, he's got a right to do it, Liam Rosenior. I don't want you to see you doing that again. Because that's just lies. That's just pretense. That's just... You're pretending, mate. It means nothing. It means nothing to me, and it means nothing to the majority of the Chelsea fans. Just the same as all that crap that comes out your mouth. It means nothing. Just go. And then BLUECO go. Directors go. I'll be back later. Love and peace. Be good, be safe, be happy, guys. 1912 TITANIC FC.